this whole listen, the bloopers. It is what it is.
We were muted the whole time, guys.
We were muted the whole time. But forgive so I'm over here running everything, y'all. What is good, family?
Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you to the real ones that did not just sit on the side and just watch us look crazy.
Bruh.
Thank y'all for being patient with us. Y'all, we are. So many things have happened. Before we even
got
push
our number
starts.
directly. Somebody, we got Quinay in the building. Somebody, hey, Quinay, Josh, somebody.
Yeah, this.
Make sure hit us directly. Anything like that happen again.
Please,
What's good with y'all? We are back, pillow
talking
with the Iwegbus.
What's up, y'all? My name is Tekeishia,
and my name is Namdi,
and you are pillow talking with the Iwegbus, episode 51.
What is up?
Hello, everyone, y'all. So, what we were saying when we were muted.
What we were saying though, y'all missed it. We said a lot of spices. No, we didn't. But
what we were saying is we are the #1 relationship podcast.
Yes.
Every time we go live, we have a coaching session with a couple. We're talking to a couple, whatever it is. I'm like, okay, disclaimer, y'all. This is not alcohol.
You don't want to tell them this is vodka with.
This is not alcohol. This is a mocktail that I make my husband. Huh?
It's tequila and fruit punch.
No, we got to tell them because they're going to like, we knew them in IWEGBU'S was da-da-da. No,
it's
non-alcoholic, guys. Non-alcoholic. But yes, every time we have a session with someone or we go live or we have conversations with couples, babe, I'm always like, I wish I had a us.
For sure.
Like, I wish I had a couple 1,000%. That had history. They were together 10 plus years. But also still young, but also still fresh, but also very raw, not stiff, not super churchy, but like spiritual and wisdom. And so listen, if you are here, you are watching, you are in a safe space, what we strive to do is to keep it as real and biblical as possible.
Yes.
Because it's not enough to just know what to do.
Yeah.
It's very important to know what not to do when it comes to relationships and dating. And the reason why we even have this podcast, first and foremost, is because we are called to it. Okay, here's y'all. Well, okay, so this year we put it in our goals to step heavy, be consistent regardless of the bloopers. To not show up in perfectionism. I want somebody to drop a fire sign in the chat if you feel that. If you're like, you know what? No matter what is going to happen, I got to fulfill the call that God has on my life. I got to do what I got to do. I have to say yes, regardless if I know what the path is going to be on the way there. So y'all, that's what y'all witnessing right now. But what we try to do is keep it biblical and keep it raw, keep it honest, because we know that first and foremost, the best and most important decision that you'll ever make in life is your relationship with God. And then after that is who you choose to marry.
You choose to marry.
But following that is who you choose to date, give your time to, give your energy to, give your body to, your mind, your emotions. So it is all so important. And marriage has changed our lives.
Yes.
Like it just for the better. And so we want to know, how are y'all doing in the chat, y'all? Tell us first and foremost, where are you watching from and just how y'all feeling? Welcome in.
Yes. No, I was saying, you saying it changed our lives for the better. I'll tell people all the time, like, man, hey, I got a lot of stuff wrong.
Yeah.
But that one right there, hey, I got it right.
Can you believe people told you to not marry me?
Yeah, that right there, yeah. They took an L on that one.
Yeah.
They took an L on that one
crazy.
Because I had to go back to one of them like, hey, man, this was. Hey, I could have did this better. I could have, but that right there, that woman right there, she rare.
Yeah.
You know, they don't make them like you, baby. Straight up. They just don't.
They told him not to marry me because I was young. I was 21 when we started talking. So.
Yeah, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
As well, as far as it goes. But if you don't know what we do here, Pillow Talking with the IWEGBU'S, our mission is to help you receive God's best in relationships. So if you're in a relationship, just got out of one, going into one, man, you want to be married. You tired of wasting your time with the wrong people. You're talking with the right couple right now. Right?
Yeah, so we want to see some energy in the chat, y'all. If y'all are excited to not consume trash relationship content,
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but well, first and foremost, it's because we're called to it. So I know this is why we get agitated. But when I get on social media and I just see trash and I see trash filling rooms and people actually taking the advice, I'm like, oh man, Lord, if we could just let y'all know how, if you could just tweak your belief just a little bit, because the route that the culture is going is very destructive. And so that's why we do what we do here. We take culture content and bring it to our audience to bring kingdom in.
Yeah.
In Jesus' name.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing. We got to fly. And it's going hard in this bad boy.
And Namdi cannot not focus on it.
And I'm gonna try not to, but I'm just keeping 1,000.
Y'all, he literally was gonna have me here by myself while he tried to kill this fly.
Yeah, it came like right when we started.
Yeah,
just on time. But hey, it is what it is. How's your week been so far since the last time that we talked here, babe? Fill them in.
Very productive. It's been a very productive week. This is probably the first full year that I have worked so in advance, like meaning looking at quarters ahead of time and not just being in my current quarter. So I'm currently in the last quarter of the year planning everything out. And so it's been very productive. I just implemented a new time on my structured, which if you guys don't know what structure is, it's what I teach in LOL, which is Ladies of Light, my community that I lead. Structured is just that's the devil.
That's the devil. So the fly just came on my MacBook, sat here, basically wagged his wings at me and was like, "What up, cuz?"
That is the devil.
Hey, that's wow.
No, there's literally a monitoring spirit in that fly.
Y'all start praying. Babe.
Literally everyone cover us. Because what? Yeah. It literally sat on the computer and did a little, I'm here.
Wow.
We rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Go ahead and hold it down.
No, but because you take too long to get up and oh my gosh, y'all. So we are listen, I have a word for this moment right now. You're too far. My gosh. Babe, oh my, okay, let me give a word for this. This is a moment right here. So many of us want to grow big and fast, right? We want to get the husband, we want to get the business, we want to get the platforms. But thank God we are small, because imagine, do y'all hear my husband spraying a fly right now? Like, imagine having 1,000 views on here and we're stopping to kill a fly. Somebody type in the chat, thank God for small beginnings. Thank you, God, for small beginnings. Last week, if you are new here, y'all, our camera, we have been operating off of brand new equipment. Always keep the best. Our camera just went out, just literally went out, I think twice or something crazy. Last week, we dealt with that. This week, we're dealing with a monitoring spirit in the fly.
Flies up.
Oh, multiple flies, by the way. Literally multiple flies. And so this is a testimony for those and speaking to us as well. Like, this is something the other day I was literally telling God, this morning, I was literally just worshiping and weeping. Like, God, I'm so grateful I serve a holy God, a God that knows me better than I know myself. I might be asking for X, Y, and Z, but he knows exactly when I need X, Y, and Z. And so if you believe that small beginnings are nothing to be ashamed of, is actually something to thank God for, I just want you to drop a fire sign in the chat, because a lot of times we think we're ready for marriage, but we're really not. A lot of times we think we're ready for the big corporation, but we're really not. A lot of times we think we're ready for the numbers, the bag, whatever, and we're really not. And so I'm so grateful for this small beginning, because y'all just watched my husband. We're not about to spend no more time on this fly. Listen, if you ain't gonna talk about a hater, we ain't talking about a fly.
Listen, this is one of the things. Well, I'm grateful for the ones that paid the way. When I seen my mentors go live and they mics gone out, the whole time the mic is out, all that stuff, and they just keep going. One of them who always told us like consistency is the only cheat code. I was like, man.
Why are we out of focus?
Oh, that's because of me moving around. Want to go press it? Go ahead. It's all right. Go ahead. We gonna get into it, y'all.
Okay, but then
Patience and love. It's our camera's trying to fall. I don't know why it's not. It's not. Do it again. And we're gonna. All right. Try. Try to come sit. And we continue that. So the camera must have tried to follow me. And all right, there she is. Because by myself, they're gonna leave because you look so fine. People just come to look at you.
Oh, baby, stop. Okay, today we are not, y'all. We are not.
That's it.
If I was
single, I'd be like, man,
baby,
something else.
Stop it.
Bruh, Lord, I'll be praying like, can I get one of those? Like, can she be like basically like her?
I love you so much. So, how are y'all doing? Let's check in with the
yes,
chat.
With the chat. What's good with y'all, man? Let us know. Michigan is in the house.
Let's pop in Michigan.
I know Michigan. Thank you, Lord. It's getting warm outside. Because I know it's cold. It'd be cold in KC. It's cold in Michigan, straight up. Michigan is here. Oklahoma City, what up?
Period. What
is good?
Listen, everyone, do me a favor that's in the room right now. Send this to your sneaky link, your wife, your husband, your cousin that is struggling in relationships. Send this link to them and make sure y'all like this video. We are about to get into some juicy content today.
All right. Ladies of Light is in the building.
Period. Hello,
Ladies of Light from Florida in the building.
Hello.
What's good? And it looks like the camera's going in out. Thank you, Chad. Thank you. We didn't even see it in the chat. Yeah, it was going in and out here.
Yeah, because Namdi was chasing a fly.
Y'all,
let's get into these
topics.
Let's get
into these topics.
Because, babe, how are you? I'm doing great. It's been a productive week. It's been eye-opening and really focused for me. What about you, babe?
Yeah, it's been busy.
Productive.
So productive, yeah. Productive, very much so. Feeling good. I've been, getting in the gym early.
Yeah, you have every day. So early. Proud of you.
I'm talking about I wake up at like 4:00, y'all.
Yeah.
When ET, the hip hop preacher, be talking about get up at 4 a.m. I'm before y'all get up. I'm like literally doing that.
It's crazy.
Getting in there with my bro, Jeremiah, working out. Shout out to Jeremiah. Straight up, he's amazing.
Now I'm gonna be name dropping. I'll be keeping all my people secret.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, hey, I pray and hope he just overflows.
Yeah,
business,
I'm being funny, baby. I'm being funny.
But no, I'm just saying. Because I know we said we're gonna try to keep them done, but it's hard. I always show credit where credit due. But yeah, so been doing that and working and just trying to get back here to get it going and reach for people because man, was itching to get back and really try to bless the community out there because the culture is wild right now.
It's definitely wild.
It's wild. Everything on the timeline, y'all timeline been going hard. Just everything you seeing from Diddy to Tory Lanez and Meg. The Tory Lanez and Meg situation, man. When you get deep on that, that's a whole nother. I'm like, gosh, Lee.
Yeah.
It's just wild. It's just and just so much other things out there about relationships.
Like, it is.
Let's get out here in the game. So other than that, it's been great. But we got some spicy topics we about to get into.
Okay.
Are
y'all ready?
Hey, if y'all ready, please tell us it's a safe place because I might talk real tonight.
No, we're gonna be real. We're gonna be mature and prestige.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's gonna be prestige. We're going to, but I'm gonna prestigely tell y'all the truth. So if y'all want the prestige truth, let me know right now. If y'all forget safe place, put truth. Just put truth in the chat right now.
Yeah,
that's what I want you to put in the chat.
I'm trying to save my step heavy moments for my community and my clients. YouTube, I want to give them my softer version.
Okay.
Because I feel like I might scare them off and they like, she just be talking. You be out here in the back seat throwing the back. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. So I'm trying, y'all. Pray for TK. Please pray for it. Okay, let's get into this first topic. I'm really excited about this one. Listen, specifically, I want y'all to send this to as many men. What's wrong?
I didn't have, okay. Okay.
What's wrong?
Nope. I was just looking at what's the first topic.
Yeah.
So that's the
I'm about to introduce it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want you to send this to as many men as you possibly can. Oh, you want us to do the other order?
That's why I was getting it out the way.
Oh,
it's okay.
Okay. Whatever you want, baby.
Hold on 1 second here.
By the way, y'all, my husband has been looking so good. Every single day when he gets out the shower, I'm just like, wow. I really get to. Wow. Like, that's crazy. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. I want everybody to feel that way I want everyone to feel that way about your spouse when they get out the shower. I'm not talking about after a haircut, got on a suit, I'm talking about just naked. You look at them and go, my freaking gosh.
Mama, you sure look good tonight.
Don't know that song.
After all this time.
Stay on beat.
No. I gotta say my. Y'all know that? Johnny Gill. Sorry.
Never heard.
That's
That's before my time.
90s. I never played that with you.
Literally too. I was 5 in the 90s.
All right. Anyway.
I wasn't listening. Is that nasty music?
No, it's like a night out. Like you got your dress on and everything.
You said Johnny Gill?
Yeah, Johnny Gill.
Okay. He passed away?
No.
Oh, he's alive? Let's go. Let's
y'all
go
right now.
Let's get into these topics. He's alive.
Yeah, he's alive.
Oh,
he's at a new edition.
Okay, right. Let's get into these topics.
Let's get into these topics.
Jesus.
Here we go. This is an Iwegbu production.
Period. Okay, I thought we were doing a different topic, so we are going with the first one that we're thinking about. Okay, y'all, listen. I was on these social media streets doing my research for this podcast, and I found this clip. I am probably going to mess up their names, but it is the actor and actress couple Deval. I think that's how you say his name. I ran across this clip and I was watching it and I immediately just got emotional for every single husband, every single man, every single leader. And I went in the comments and it was absolutely wild what they were saying. We'll talk about that later, but I want y'all to check out this clip. Listen, before y'all watch this clip, I want y'all to send this to the men that y'all love. Have a conversation after this clip and we're going to dive into it. Let's get into it, honey. Let's get into it.
It's been particularly challenging, I think, for us to be able to navigate the space of balancing work.
I want to give some context. What were they asking here a little bit before we go into this? They just talking about it.
Okay, so the interviewer basically asked, like, how has it been balancing life, business, everything that's happening? So this couple, what is the wife's name? My Lord, I'm so sorry, y'all. I forgot it. It's just literally drifted out of my mind. But they were asking them, how has balance been? If you guys don't know, they are a really, popping couple right now. They have been on tour by themselves. She just got a role in a movie. He's been acting. He's the lead role in a show called The Sisters with Tyler Perry. You see the wife's name?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Kadeen, yes. Deval and Kadeen Ellis. So they were just basically asking, how is the balance? Everything is beautiful. Everything is going on. We see the fame. We see the growth. We see the impact. But how are you balancing life?
It's been particularly challenging, I think, for us to be able to navigate the space of balancing work. Yep. You okay?
No, it's just that question. I was just talking to Josh about. I want to be honest. It's just hard. It's not easy. It's extremely hard. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I am okay. It's just hard, like, to balance everything. I be trying my best. My wife be trying my best. We be exhausted. Like, I want to be honest. I can't sit up here and be like, we have a village and everybody know. It'd be hard. And it takes a lot of faith. I'm sorry. It's just, it takes a lot of this. Like, there's a lot of times you feel like you don't got nobody else. You solo, you in this by yourself. And I can look over and I got my
Mhm.
I don't got 2 kids and I'm exhausted.
it's just tiring. Like it's hard. And I want to do all the things as a dad and a husband. And I know she wants to do all the things as a mom and a wife.
Yeah.
It just be hard, you know, and then people watching y'all and y'all couple goals and this and this. Like, you don't want to mess this up, because if people are believing in you, you have now a responsibility to be what they see in you, because you stepped out here and said that this is what we want to be, which is what we did. But I'm not going to sit here and lie to you,
Yeah.
which is I was going to sit here and just give you the factory answer, but I can't. Well, I'm tired.
Mhm.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
You know, I miss my
Yeah.
wife. I miss my kids. Miss myself sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I get tired of being Zach. I'm tired of being the Deval. I gotta perform in interviews and I want to just be Deval sometimes. I want to just be like everybody today. You know what I'm saying? I want to, but you can't. And that's just a fact. Because when you decide that you want to invest in something that is bigger than you, you have a responsibility.
Yeah.
And that's just the honest truth. We have a responsibility to do this. We chose this. We're doing this together. So it's fun at times, but it is hard.
Yeah.
Wow. Man. Said I miss me.
Yeah.
I miss me. Lord.
Yeah, that was definitely a heavy clip. I watched it because I feel like, well, first and foremost, what I mentioned earlier was that the comments were saying, I feel like he's acting. I feel like, why did he cut her off? She was in the middle. I wanted to hear what she had to say. Like, they were going hard in these comments, basically saying they feel like it's fake. And this triggered me to, or I shouldn't say triggered. It encouraged me to, number one, have a conversation with my husband, but also to bring this to the platform, because male emotion is this rare that people think is acting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that lets me know that we have a responsibility to provide spaces for our husbands, brothers, cousins, fathers, to be able to be vulnerable and share where they are currently at. And, well, you know, the main part that stood out to me was I miss myself. And so there's so many things I just want to, you know, kind of pick your brain through this conversation.
Yeah.
Number one, so we can have a conversation. Listen, ladies, don't leave, because this is for us too. This is really, really, really for us, because again, I think that emotions are so normal for us women. We're tired. We always kids and this and that. But I like sincerely never thought like, oh, wait a minute, a man can fully feel the same exact way.
Yeah.
Because it's just suppressed much more. And so the first question that I want to ask, babe, is, obviously this is a conversation of someone who either can't or can't now, or just hadn't prioritized themselves. Like some things have been missed and slipped by when you get in the bag, when you get into providing, protecting. So I guess I want to ask you personally, first and foremost, how do you prioritize yourself? And maybe even within that, encouraging other men, like making sure you're prioritizing you and not just getting to the bag and focused on getting your bag, your money, your money, your money, your money, but you get it. And he's literally saying he misses himself.
Yeah.
And this is what most people want, this financial stability, but you don't know. You're like, you lost yourself though.
Yeah.
So yeah, my question is, how can men make themselves a priority?
Yeah. So first off, I'm so grateful that he didn't take the Hollywood route.
Yes.
Like, because what he sensed was his wife was going to give that Hollywood answer.
Yeah.
And he was just like, nah, we're not doing that today.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna keep it 1,000.
Yeah.
Because you don't have too many in the industry that will be like that.
For sure.
So to answer your question, basically, how do I prioritize myself? How to encourage men to prioritize themselves? I do it by making sure that I have 1 day of Sabbath, 1 day of rest.
Yeah.
Okay. If God created in 6 and rested on 1, guess what? I'm not above him.
Shoot, how much more?
Right. So it's not something that I'd say easily. Like, fellas, I'm not boastful in this. Like, oh man, I'm good at this. I'm really good. Like, no, this was something that was a big time challenge to me.
Yes, it was.
I was like, no, like, how am I? You telling me I gotta rest? You telling me I gotta rest? But when I watch all of these entertainers and people who said they went and got it, they said they sacrificed everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do this with the kids. I didn't do this. I do X, Y, and Z. I literally remember we went and had a day with Dr. Darius Daniels in the Emergent Experience. And I basically asked him about them, like, hey, a lot of what you're talking about sounds like balance.
Right.
Well, hold on. But everybody else is saying this. He said, you know what? In short, he basically said, hey, I understand what you're saying there. Guess who gets the counseling? I do.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you could try to do it that way. I'm gonna tell you, it leads to bad anxiety and depression and crashing out. So anyway, a Sabbath day, I take that, even if I have to split it sometimes, which we do sometimes, like on Saturday night and then after church on Sunday, whatever. Just taking that time to breathe, to read, to watch your favorite show. I got to the point where I still trying to figure out what shows do I like on Netflix and all that. Like, I don't even watch no TV because I got so locked in. And I'm telling you guys, this is why this is so timely to see him doing this, is because it's something that I've probably strongly implemented here within the last year, maybe 6 months to a year. And still sometimes have to be reminded by my wife, like, hey, listen, dude, listen. God can do better than you can.
Yes. Hello.
You know what I'm saying? He can do better than you can with that thing. If you would trust him, hand it over. You did as best as you could for 6 days. Sit your butt down. So taking that time out, watching the show, reading, journaling. Journaling has been a big thing for me. This is something that I feel like men don't sit and journal. Oh, I feel like I was just talking to somebody here recently, and I think I told them to journal. It was just something that they just really hadn't been doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, so a lot of times, all these things that's going on, these emotions, they're trapped inside. They're trapped in our head. And there's no such thing as an unexpressed emotion.
Correct.
It's going to come out some way, somehow.
For sure.
Whether that be spazzing on your spouse or your kids, or whether that be, tripping out at work, or now because you're not taking care of yourself, you're going into damaging activities like drinking a lot or, using drugs, all of that. So taking that time to say, okay, this is what's going through my head, and then praying about it, keeping a record of it. So I've been journaling here recently. I'm plugged them. I don't get any affiliation for it, but I tell everyone about it. I've been journaling for a long time with an app called Penzu, Penzu. And what I love about it is it will email you what you said like a year ago, 5 years ago, because what I've been able to see is the handprints of God on my life.
Yeah.
Because I would, let's say in 2020, you said this, I'll read that entry. I'm like, wow, I thought I was going to fail back then.
Yeah.
I thought it was all over at that time, but God came through.
Yeah.
And so it leaves evidence of him being, what he's doing in your life. So I say journaling, doing those things. I just started taking like full on baths, like, sitting and soaking in the tub with the Epsilon salt.
Not
right.
Epsilon, baby.
It ain't Epsilon. It ain't Epsilon. It ain't Epsilon.
Baby, you think it says Epsilon salt?
Epsilon. Oh, Epsilon.
Epsom salt.
Oh, it's Epsom salt.
It's not Epsilon.
Oh.
Epsilon, baby. Epsilon.
I don't know. Hey, listen. Let me tell you.
You got me not knowing
getting in there.
I'm so proud of you for doing that.
With my jazz music going.
Period.
And I start journaling.
Yeah. That's that grown and sexy grown man energy.
Really. So I just started doing that. That's nice. And so I'm looking for all different ways to replenish. Because when you go so hard as men do, man, you fellas, if y'all watching this right now, man, time out this week. Please.
Yeah.
Time out. Take Sunday. It's the day off. Whatever your day off is, whether it be Monday. I know people who Sabbath on Monday. make sure that you're doing that. You can't be your best self if you don't first take care of you. Like, you can't be your best self for everyone else and your job and your marriage and with your kids and all these things if you don't take care of you. That's something that I'm learning. I've had better weeks when I actually rest and do these things. So I definitely recommend them strongly. I'm sorry I went too long with that.
No, it's okay. Scoot over a little bit, babe.
Okay.
You deep in that corner.
Okay.
So proud of you, babe, because a part that he didn't share was that, y'all, this has been years of trying to get Namdi to understand rest. It was a fight to try to get you to understand you gotta pause. Like, you are not a machine. And just even also exposing the root of that, which is not trusting God. Because he can do so much more than what you think you can do in those 6 days. That one day is really showing. It's really, of course, we're human, so we need to replenish, but it's showing that you really trust him. I also wanted to ask you, because as the women are here right now, again, we have children, we're cleaning the house, we're cooking, some of us are working, some of us have businesses. I know, you know me, you know, I'm extremely vocal. I am not a silent sufferer. I will express to you when things are getting hard, when I need help. It's time to get the cleaning lady. We need to, get some things going.
For sure.
And I think a lot of women are like that as well. Like, we're vocal, and it's like more romanticized for us. Like, literally what I teach ladies of light is to romanticize rest and their rituals, their night routines, all of that. So we know how to do it. Even if we don't, we know how, and you don't have to encourage us necessarily. So my question is, how can wives help them or partner with them when it comes to prioritizing themselves? Because a lot of times I know, well, I'll let you answer that. How can we partner with y'all to make sure you are taking these breaks, you're prioritizing yourself on a daily basis?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think I kind of spoke to it, so I won't harp on it too long. But it's when you're seeing your husband like just in overdrive, it's making them stop. Like, as much, I mean, obviously you can't make them, but it's like, baby, like, literally stop and
pause.
Yeah, pause. And I think that's why it's so important for you to be married to someone with the same faith as you.
Yes.
Because it's not pointing him towards now like I'm basically leading you. That, like, the woman saying, like, basically I'm leading you. It's like, no, you need to let God lead you. And do I need to take you to the scripture to show you what he did?
Right.
And when he was in creation, this is what he did. He was creating what he did.
Yeah.
So you're not above him. And you both are submitted to him. So, telling them, hey, listen, you're doing too much. Or also, when let's say, for instance, he has different days off or whatever, like, hey, babe, asking him, when is your Sabbath day?
Yeah.
One of the things that you and I like to do, sometimes we will be in the bed, got some nice, jazz music on, lo-fi, whatever. And we will go through and do our structure together. And we will budget out our time. And you'll be like, okay, when are you fitting in rest in this whole week? Because everything can get really crowded. So just reminding him, being there to remind him to not crash out.
Yeah, I love that. That's great advice, because it also reminds me of how we have to be doing that as well. So it's kind of hard, ladies, if you're watching this, it's kind of hard to encourage someone to do something you are not doing. And it's something that, again, years in the making. Namdi knows I will leave. I'm gonna go do my thing. Literally did it today, went to the park, journaled. I'm going to do it. I know myself, I discern myself, but I also know the benefit. And I think once men really practice journaling, you'll understand the benefit of it, and you'll want to keep doing it.
Yeah.
So, Namdi's been journaling longer than me. Like, he has been a journal king for sure. And he'll come and tell me, babe, I literally wrote this last February. I'm like, oh my, and the fingerprints part was just such a good thing. And so it's so many just juicy stuff within all of these practices that we need to implement just overall, but I think especially for men. And I want to end this conversation by encouraging all of us to understand the way that God intended us to do life is just so perfect. I remember asking one of our mentors, I was at the time homeschooling my kids and I was doing a lot. And I asked one of my mentors, like, am I doing too much or do I need to get tougher? And I remember his response and I was irritated by it because I was like, that did not answer my question. But he literally said something like, make sure your family doesn't get lost in the mist or something like that. And I was like, I'm asking for discernment on if I'm doing too much or I need to pull back. Like I need to, He's like, family is everything. Like family. And I'm sitting here like, that is not the answer. Like I'm trying to go hard. I need strategy. You know me, babe. I'll be like strategies, frameworks, give it to me. I don't want to hear that. But now understanding that this person probably has seen so many people with success, but empty and no substance. And now us being able to witness it as well. And so I say all this to say, it literally goes to what we said in the beginning of this live. Be thankful for small beginnings, because when things get to rolling, they ain't slowing down.
Real talk.
You know, and so we're in that season where it's like, there's no slowing down to this. So we're like, no, get those boundaries in place for yourself. Get those non-negotiables. No, I'm not. I got to be at church on Sunday. No, Friday nights is date night. Nope. I'm Wednesday nights. I'm journaling at the park. Or get those things in place, because you'll be chasing something that really don't matter once you get it if you don't have yourself. And so I feel like that's the moral, the essence of this is just make sure you are doing your best to honor the way God intended for you to do life.
Yeah, really. And last thing I'll just add to this, because, you know, a lot of times people can't go see mental health therapists.
Yeah.
Because people can talk all they want on 20 different podcasts and all that about go see a mental health therapist, all that. But that stuff expensive.
Yeah.
You understand? Per visit, all that stuff can be expensive. Now, some people you do need to check into your benefits at work.
Yeah.
They sometimes offer so many at no charge, depending on where you work at.
Yeah.
But this is a way to supplement, if you will, not being able to go to a therapist. You know, you can, you know, like I said, doing the journaling and
that needs to be all of it.
Yeah, all of it. And then also another thing is finding time for recreation. So that's something that we got when we were kids, but now that we're adults, we don't get it as much.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm glad sometimes my boys, they'll hit me up and they'll be like, hey, bro, we doing pickleball. And hey, I'm okay, cool. Getting over there and just getting some time with them. And, you know, even like I said, even been working out with my homie now and then, shoot, it's been good.
Yeah.
Because you need to get just that brotherhood, that connection. And sometimes I think since COVID that a lot of people falling out of that. We don't see people as much as we used to.
Yeah.
Life is just a rush. Everything costs so much. So people got 2 to 3 jobs. So all you really got time for is your wife and kids typically. So that's just another way to supplement not being able to see a therapist. You got to take care of yourself. Fellas, if you're watching this, please take this. Please, if you're going to do this, please, I want you to put it in the comments, put it in the live chat right now. If you're going to make sure that you have a Sabbath day, you're going to make sure you're journaling. If you're going to make sure that you do some type of self-care, whether it be the bath or whether it be, some men like to go get pedicures and all that. I ain't going back to them. That's just tickling my feet. I don't like it. So any of that, please, let me know in the comments. I want to know that you're going to take care of yourself. Say, hey, bro, I'm going to do this. I'm going to implement this. I want to see some men doing it. And if you're a wife, okay, or you got a man in your life that you love, your woman watching this, let me know that I'm going to make my man do this. I'm going to make sure he does this. I'm going to hold him accountable for that. Okay. So please put that in the chat there below. We want to know also, what do y'all think about this clip? I want to hear just some thoughts around this. Put it in the comments. But this is an Iwegbu production.
Period.
All right, man. Let's get to some of these comments here.
Yeah, those comments. If y'all go watch the original real, it's crazy. People are nuts.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, you said Regina said grown folks music when you was talking when I was doing the ma.
Yeah, I never heard of that. Sorry, y'all.
So they didn't let her listen to too much of the R&B back then. Yeah. What is the wrong with it?
Namdi thinks because I didn't listen to nasty music when I was 5 and 10, that once I became of age, I didn't get to hear music. Like I heard secular music. I just some stuff like extra 90s, like some of those in the you be trying to play me. That's all I gotta say.
No, she be knowing since I've been.
No, it's all good. Because you listen, Namdi, if it's real nasty, I don't know a lot of nasty songs. I love the Lord. So I was not listening to Bump and Grind and Let Me Lick You Up. Like I didn't know all that stuff.
Hey, it's different for me.
Now,
it's not even about the nastiness. It's nostalgic because it just reminded me when I was a kid. No bills.
Baby, please. Oh my God.
I have to worry about nothing.
Act better. Hi, dear single podcast.
My mama just was listening to Silk, Key Sweat, Bobby Brown.
Y'all pray for Namdi. We had a talk. We said we wasn't gonna be wilding out today.
My God.
Do y'all love us when we wild out? Because we're trying to get better. We feel like we do too much sometimes.
Tell me, I'm gonna be me.
Period.
But at the same time,
baby,
I'll be able to bless people.
Baby, you think I'm not gonna be me?
I know you are. I know that for sure.
You
allowed me to be me.
Thank you.
Because when I met her, I was chill. I was probably a little uptight sometimes, and she had me be more adventurous. And
you don't think you're uptight? Fun. Oh, you think you're adventurous right now?
I'm not adventurous.
You would describe your being as an adventurous?
No, I do it when you have me do something adventurous.
Oh, yeah. After like begging you and fighting you.
Yes,
got it.
After
got it. Understand. Okay.
Tell me some of these comments.
Johnny Gill is still here. He is not. Oh Lord, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's still here.
Or sassy. Wait, I'm missing a comment. It must connect to something else.
Kadeem.
When in fact it's hard for them too. Life weighs down on them too. It's literally hard for them too. They need to have safe spaces. Yes. And there's some men that are like hosting, men groups. Another thing is like that we can go so much deeper into those conversations, and I don't want to go too deep. But if you are a man watching this, or you're a woman that knows a man and you send this to him, you have to force yourself to care about the things that really truly matter. You have to literally force yourself. This is even for women too. Like even with the clients that I have, like when I have them make out their schedules, babe, they're always going to put in their 9 to 5. They're dropping off the kids. But do you know it is so hard for me to get them for 6 weeks to consistently journal for 5 minutes a day? Wow. Do you know how hard it is to get them to actually implement just listening to worship music when they wake up? It is so, and it's like, that is the anchor of everything. Like it's the worship, the journey. I would be in a psych ward if I did not have God and I didn't have these biblical principles and practices to implement on a daily basis. I have to listen to worship music. I have to pray. I have to read my word. I have to journal. I have to pause. I have to go outside barefoot. I got to get some sunshine. I need to eat good. Like all the things that the Lord tells us. If you don't have those things and you get the things that you think will matter, you're not even going to be able to manage it. Yeah. That's why you see so many rich people crashing out. You see so many rich people taking themselves out. And so I just want to encourage everyone. I try to be gentle when I say this because life is life, and you weren't brought up to see people take time for themselves. So it's like, how do we do this? You literally just got to do it. And you just got to keep doing it until you realize, I can't do without this.
Yeah, and one thing to add, and I forgot to add this in our segment when we were talking about.
Is it still important for this moment? Okay, go ahead.
Like I was saying, like I forgot to add this because you just said it. Men need to make sure that they are actually taking time to actually like read and pray. That's my biggest key right there. I didn't even share that. I've been doing that forever.
Yeah.
At the morning, about an hour or so, I'm in that closet. That's my safe space. And that's the biggest one right there. I just forgot to give that to the men there. So hopefully they watch the whole live, whatever.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're about to get into this second topic. We're super excited about tonight's conversation. If y'all are enjoying yourself, I want y'all to just drop a fire sign in the chat for us. We love being here with y'all sincerely. We really, really, really love doing this with y'all. You want to get into it, babe?
Yes.
You bringing this one in for us, Daddy?
Yes, we are. Let's get it. This is an Iwegbu production.
Period.
So recently I was watching the Breakfast Club, and they were talking about Jess Hilarious. He had just had a show in Detroit and just had a bad experience with a black business. It was also supposedly owned by Mike Epps, but she said he doesn't really actually claim this business, but his name is on it. I won't bring you through those details. That's something that you can go check out yourself. But they posed a question I want to pose to you and just to everyone watching right now as well. They posed a question: do you find it hard to support black businesses? And so I'm gonna start here with you, babe. We've had our experiences with this, and for those who watch this regularly, we know it's a little off of what we typically talk about relationships, but this is something that we're so passionate about.
Extremely.
Because we're entrepreneurs ourselves.
Yes.
And man, you just want to see your people win.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people of your same skin color, your kids can grow up and see that they got a nice restaurant and we don't have to go in places and people looking at us weird. You know what I'm saying? So like, do you find it hard to support black businesses?
So first and foremost, if you all do not know, we are from Kansas City, Missouri.
What up, KC? KC. What up?
You really let that KC slide out of you like that?
You say KC, boy. What's up? Go ahead.
They are gonna think you're drinking alcohol.
Wow.
Because you being wild.
I'm being wild.
I'm so proud of you. Okay. Everybody drop in the chat. I'm proud of you, Namdi. If y'all been here for some time, y'all know how Namdi is. He is coming out of his bubble, and I'm just so proud of you.
I'm going back in my
Can I take this moment? Can I take this moment to affirm you?
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm one of your coaching clients now.
Babe,
no, go ahead.
I don't. What?
You know how you say, can I coach you?
If I'm not coaching you, I'm affirming you. Y'all, I do be coaching my husband though. I'll be like, babe, no.
I'm her first client.
He is.
Be sitting there.
I do. And what I do, go get the oil after I coach you.
Yes, oil. Just put it all on my lips and on everything. I'm like, what the heck?
Oh my goodness. Are we going to keep this in this episode? I just want to affirm you though, really quick, because when I first met Namdi, he was just this joyful background person. Like he loved helping people, serving people, being just committed to, you know, men and women of God's visions, and he is everyone's if you're a visionary, he's everyone's answer to prayer. And this makes sense why we're assigned to one another and where, you know, God called us together. But when I met Namdi, I immediately knew that he was created for more, and I knew that he was hiding. And I'm so glad that you have decided to come out of hiding. Y'all, Namdi. Okay. Namdi has not you cheering yourself. That's for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna cheer for me. As you get older, you better clap for yourself.
Well, you know this.
You better affirm yourself.
Times you have to encourage yourself. You got to do that every day. You know the song?
I heard.
Now I'm surprised you know church songs.
Oh wow!
No, from back in the day.
Wow.
From back in the day. You don't be, because you know you was out here.
I was. Wow.
Okay, let me go back to affirming you. So
Okay, yeah, you about to go down the other deep end. You was out here bad.
well, you know, we all got a testimony. But no,
Dang.
seriously, I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad that you decided to come out of hiding because y'all, I remember like so many different times when I'm talking, people are like, who's gonna teach the men? Like, you're teaching the women, but sis, who's gonna be telling these men what they need to be doing? And I'm like, well, you know, give my husband some time. Nambi has so much wisdom. Like privately, who we coach, he is changing men's lives. He is literally planting just seeds of transformation in these couples and in these men. And just so much wisdom, your integrity, your habits inside of this home. You know, you're not just getting on this mic and having a completely different lifestyle. Like, you are legit who you are all the time. And loving your family, being faithful and committed. And I'm just happy that you are taking ownership of your greatness and of your authority. I'm so proud of you for continuously getting up and saying yes again and again and again and again and again. Your relentlessness is encouraging. It's the reason why I'm able to do this as well. I'm just so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for overcoming self-doubt, self-sabotage, any of those things that you've ever dealt with. And so whenever the enemy tries to whisper to you, I just want you to look at every single week. When you get on this mic, you are literally stepping on serpent necks.
Come on.
When you get on this mic and you encourage people, you are telling him you're wrong. You're wrong again. Yeah. When you get on a phone call with a client, you're telling the devil you lost again and again and again and again. He has never been victorious in your life. Even in the moments that you felt like he was, you have always been a winner. And I'm so proud of you.
Hey, shout out to my wife for that.
So I
just want to say that. I'm grateful. We on a whole nother topic, but I'm just grateful. I know. I'm grateful, but yeah, life, man. You be like, okay, man, you see enough go.
Yeah.
Enough people go that's around your age, and you be like, okay, man. You better, the man, you gonna have to answer. What did you do with what I put inside of you?
Yeah.
What did you do with the storms I brought you out of? Who else did you help get out that was going through the same thing? Yeah. Are you gonna keep it hidden? Or are you gonna continue to let the world, because they got a bigger platform or they talk heavier? You know what I'm saying? They got a million chains on.
Don't matter.
Their words. You know what I'm saying? All these different things. Just the wrong people lead God's people, and it's like, nah, can't do that no more. So I'm doing it. That was a daily doing that. I'm daily working through I'm doing all of that daily. Straight up. So appreciate that, babe. Greatly. I couldn't do it without you. Straight up.
Praise the Lord.
So
okay, so black businesses. We come from Kansas City, Missouri, and one of the reasons why we decided to move to Atlanta is because we wanted to see more of ourselves. We wanted our daughters to be around other Black girls. We wanted to, you know, step outside and not be stared at. You know, we lived in a city where we were legit like fearful of our lives to put up Black Lives Matter in our front yard, because we basically live next to the so I mean, we was the only Black family on our block. I think there was a mixed girl
until the people before we moved. Yeah.
Who?
Right across the street, right before we moved. Like a little.
So we were the only Black couple on our block. My daughter was the only Black girl in her entire kindergarten class. It was not it at all. And we definitely have love for the place that we went, but we knew, you know, if it's a possibility to get better, we're gonna go get better. So we moved to Atlanta specifically to be able to enjoy our culture. And when we first got here, it was, oh my goodness, like the energy, the essence, hearing your music. Literally, I went to event today, and you would have never thought they would be playing, you know, our music. I'm like, I keep like sometimes it still catches me off guard. Like, I keep forgetting I'm in Atlanta. Like, it really is us here. And so we were so excited. So we decided to do a bunch of exploring, and then quickly I realized that just because it's Black don't make it right. And as a woman that, number one, is an entrepreneur, and I'm not only an entrepreneur, I've been an entrepreneur forever, like always. I was either doing hair and actually had clients, and whether I was back in college and I was, you know, doing the football team locks or the girls before we went out, whatever, all the way to doing makeup, to rapping, to all the things. And my top priority in everything that I did was customer service. Top priority. And of course, excellence and quality and all of that. And sometimes, yes, when you do support these Black businesses, it's almost like you got to expect to, like, if something go wrong, you know you're gonna take a L. Like, it's not a whole lot of times that things are going to be accommodated. And this is not always, y'all. We have had some beautiful experiences with some Black businesses. We have connected with amazing Black entrepreneurs. But do you have a hesitation toward supporting? Do I have a hesitation? Yes and no. And so one of the reasons why I don't necessarily is because it's now, as a very grown woman who don't care what nobody say about my preferences, I don't just look for Black businesses. I look for Christian Black owned businesses. So I don't care if you're Black. Do you know God? Like, how's your walk with the Lord? Because if you know God, you're going to care a little bit more how your heart, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just going to care a little bit more, because just because you Black owned, you could be a whole devil. You know what I'm saying? Like, this could be witchcraft going on in the background and y'all don't care nothing about people. Or you just got a very nonchalant, just trash mentality where you like, I don't care, give me my money, give me my bag. So do I struggle? I would say no, because I'm just not going. Now, I can see something on Instagram, Black on boo, boo, boo. I'm looking at those reviews. I'm not pulling up. We've wasted thousands of dollars on trash meals. Thanks. We done got scammed out of valet and parking and all the stuff.
They just come up with the best on, just like,
$25
you can park. It's like, dude, that's rocks. We can't. When did y'all start taking? You don't even look. You look like, you're homeless.
Y'all, one time we went. We were visiting, I think. And this dude came up to the car, and we were so slow at, like, just we didn't even think, because we just Atlanta happy. And this dude had on a vest and was like, we asked him actually, like, hey, can we park here? He was like, yes, 25 or whatever he said. It was like, cool. We gave him the money. So we gonna be good over here. It's like, yeah, I got y'all. That was a homeless man in a vest.
Yeah. God.
And that wasn't the first time.
Remember the time?
The second time
when we met with, we did a double date with the couple.
Yes, the second time we went on a double date, and another homeless man was asked us if we wanted to valet park. We parked the car ourselves right in front of the door, and gave him $25.
Tripping.
And it was free parking, literally just right next to the spot.
It was a weekday too, so it was like,
it was empty. We just paid for nothing. So anywho, now knowing the area, knowing that don't make sense. No, I'm not doing that. I'm looking at reviews. I am that girl. I'm going to the worst reviews first. I want to hear what everybody's saying that's bad about y'all. But I prefer to support Christian owned businesses. So specifically for me, that is nail techs, hairstylists, makeup artists, anyone in my home, of course. Like these have the girls, that the young lady that is about to start doing my hair, powerful woman of God. The girl that do my toes, powerful woman of God. Like, these are all believers. So that's what I prefer. And I remember when we first moved here, I was trying to find a pre-K for our youngest, and I was talking to an associate, and I was talking to her about, like, I'm really having a hard time finding a Christian pre-K or whatever. And she was like, mind you, we were already talking, so I was trying to find Christian private school, Christian pre-K for her. And she was like, TK, why does everything have to be Christian? Like, girl, Christians can be just as bad. I'm like, girl, if every business partner and everything I do and every person that is a part of my life can be God's children and sons and daughters, I'm absolutely going to have it that way. Thanks. What? Are you crazy? Like, if I can get a Christian dentist, I want that, and just because they're Christian, that doesn't mean everything is perfect, but it is something that I prefer, because we're going to care about how we talk to each other, how we handle one another. There's going to be that humility holding, you go to these restaurants and it's like, man, that I'm gonna tell y'all this one story. This ain't even okay. I'm gonna tell y'all this one story. So we went to this restaurant and we got our kids some chicken fingers and fries.
Oh my gosh.
And y'all, I am a very bold woman of God. I become even more bold when I know somebody is trying to play with me, play with my family, play with me. Like, I am a lioness for sure. And so we go to this restaurant all the time, but we got this new waiter, and we order our kids some chicken fingers and fries. They bring out ketchup, and we're like, "Oh yeah, can we grab some honey mustard or barbecue or whatever?" $1, and we're like, "When did it start being $1 for the chicken finger?" It's always been a way. We've been here for a year. We always come. We've never been charged. Fast forward. Manager comes out. Well, we're not even tripping off of the dollar. Of course, we're not tripping off the dollar. It's integrity. This is what a lot of businesses lack. So the manager comes out. He's standing next to the server. He was like, "Oh yeah, so only the adults meal." And I'm looking at the manager that always speaks to us, that knows us. I'm like, "We've always gotten this. We've never been." I was like, "So all your other waitresses are not charging us?" He was like, "It's always been ketchup." So I looked at him. I said, "So y'all don't give people an option of the sauce that they want? Y'all just tell them you're gonna eat chicken fingers with ketchup." And I want everybody watching, let me know if y'all eat y'all chicken fingers with ketchup. I just want to know. So I looked this man in his eye. I turned my whole body to look at him and the server. I said, "Can you tell me if you eat chicken fingers with ketchup?" Yeah. For sure. I looked at the server, the girl. I said,
"Mix it with a little bit of mayo."
I mix it with some mayo. I said, "So you mix ketchup and mayo?" Chick-fil-A sauce?
Right.
Yeah, you don't like ketchup with your chicken fingers. You want Chick-fil-A sauce.
Right.
And I looked at the server. She's like, "Yeah, I eat it with ketchup." I'm like, y'all, this is cat. Ever since then, I ain't never felt the same way about this restaurant.
Nah.
I'm big on integrity. I'm big on honesty. I'm big on like, girl, I know that's a weird rule that they got, girl, but I got you this time. Like, I like those type of conversations when things are odd, when things happen in our business with our employees, with the people that we serve. You getting this back, and here's that, and here's that. Something go wrong on our end. We are serving. We're going over and beyond it. That's what I expect. So, do I have a hard time supporting Black businesses? Not really, because I'm scoping the scene so deep to make sure everything is in alignment. And if they play with me, they just never will see me again. And I am a corporate calling. Call me, y'all know my name is Tekeishia. Call me Tekeishia. I'm telling on people, you're wrong. You need to talk to her about that. I tell on people. So yes and no, I guess. What about you, babe? Do you find it difficult? Are you hesitant to support your own people?
Like you said, not really. Nothing against my white brothers and sisters. I rather support that. As you know, when you hear about how the African American dollar only stays in our community, I can't remember, they said 3 minutes or something. Y'all can look
crazy.
It up. And everyone else circulates in their community. It's like, first off, like you said, I want to be more of, hey, believers, because that's what's up. That's my brothers. That's my sisters. Like, but at the same time, I'm like, man, well, once they get it over here, they don't play fair with us. Right. They don't create as much opportunities for us. They're going to take away certain things. And my daughter's got to live. They're growing up in this world. Yeah. So I would like to have it circulate more in the African-American community. So like you said, come into Atlanta. We'll give you a school on who to support and who not to support when it comes to African-American businesses. Yes. Because even in KC, yes, we have African-American businesses, but because a big time majority of that city is Caucasians, Caucasian, you know, you have to be on point. Right. Because if Becky come through and you not on point, Channel 9, Channel 4, Channel 5 might be in your spot. No, I'm not saying when you go to every African-American business there, they're going to be on point. Not saying that, but more going to be on point than actually what we've seen here. Absolutely. And because here you mainly dealing with those who look like you, unfortunately, we don't treat each other the way we should. Nah. And that has roots down to slavery and all types of things. Then you come here and you got to be ready to be like, okay, do I mess with them or not? Let me look at these reviews. Sometimes you be like, is this a review from their friend? Yeah. Are you like, you want to know somebody that went there? Yeah. I'm talking about so much money we didn't got. We done got we done L's, big L's. I come here,
thousands.
you know,
Trying to have a
shrimp and
romantic
grits
dinner.
with no salt.
Shrimp and grits with no shrimp.
What
a shrimp
and that mug $25. You be like,
No,
what?
40.
Yeah, you
Plus
like,
a gratuity off rip.
plus I had to pay for the
Gratuity
off.
is nuts out here.
I remember the time we came here. So another story. One time we came here and we were at this restaurant, and this particular restaurant had I guess they had a hookah where you can have the hookah there or whatever. Even though we would partake, they were the girl, I guess you could be a waitress and you can actually go and do hookah while you're on the clock.
I remember this.
Remember
that?
So we over here, we get our food and everything. And we're needing stuff. And the girl's over there like talking to the dude and just hookahing away.
Like,
and I'm just like,
girl,
and I'm like, okay,
where's my lamb chops?
Okay, we know what type of tip we about to give her.
Nope.
Okay, get that check, that good old
$40 tip.
20%.
I said,
I'm like,
that's why you don't care. You know, you getting a tip off top.
Yep, she chilling.
Yeah,
and that's a lot. And unfortunately, that's a lot of what you get when you go into the city of Atlanta. And unless you're going to really upscale, so you have to go to upscale, known names, things of that sort for the most part,
right?
To get the best service. It's the attitude a lot of times for me as well, babe.
Yes, no.
And so it's like, so for instance, if you out of something, it's just like certain attitudes. It's like you got one attitude. It's like, yeah, we out of that. Don't care. Like, yeah, we out of that. Okay.
That would have been good to know before I got this food.
Yeah, okay. You know, or it's an attitude that says, I'm so sorry.
Right.
I know. Yeah, unfortunately we are definitely out of that. Might I suggest you try this with it? I'm telling you, it's bomb, whoop-de-whoop. You know, that type of attitude is what we look for in service. And unfortunately with our people, man. Unfortunately, with our people, we got to get better.
Yeah,
I could tell you story after story.
Not for real.
All day. The people who put the extra charge on my bill.
I remember that, a random charge.
And I had to go back into the place. It was a rapper who owned this particular restaurant.
It's
no longer open no more.
Why are you scared to say that man's name? That restaurant was trash.
Hold up, man. You know,
that's restaurant.
City,
them dry crab legs.
Hey, but I go back in here. And
the manager had on a onesie.
She had on a onesie. She's the manager, and then the other dude who's like the floor manager, he got on a Cuban link chain. And I'm not. And
nothing
wrong with that.
Nah.
But when I just like, man, in the place of of service, it's like, why are we doing that? Especially if you're doing that and your service is top notch.
Don't matter.
Salute to you.
Yeah.
I just don't see that too often.
No, you don't.
To where that matches up. You worry more about how you like looking. Yeah. And you could have looked cool in just like some dress, nice dress shirt.
Yeah.
Things of that sort. But you're not doing that. It's like, okay, he did this maybe to put the homies on or keep them out of trouble. I don't know what it is. But
some money with
I'm
that
like,
restaurant.
man, what are they doing? Like the service, they couldn't even explain to me what this extra charge was either. And it took forever for them to get it off. So needless to say, try to keep my money with my people as much as I can, but it's become very hard. And so I'm just asking you African Americans who got a business and you're watching this.
Christians too. Sorry, go
please help, like, have great customer service.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have somebody working there that don't really want to be working there.
Please.
That's another problem because we in a city of influencers, and so
people
everybody want to be influencers.
Yeah.
So when you paying them $12 an hour, $15 an hour, they got attitude about being there. So that's the thing. So it's not all trash though. I found a great barber. Thank God for him, Blake Pro. He's amazing. He's been cutting my hair, and so he's good. And you got some places that are good as far as like food. I can only think of one off top, which is Rocksteady. So that's been good. And I can't think of none in KC right now.
We'll try to drop some.
Oh man, you know what I miss in KC that was really good and they had great service? Maddie's. Shout out to Maddie's, the vegan food, Maddie's.
I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, it was good
My
service.
last experience was a little off.
Yeah, but other than that, you know, you typically gonna have a great service.
The owner
there.
is phenomenal.
Yes, really good people.
Yeah,
it's so many others, man. And so this is just a plea to our people. We gotta come up. Like Keith Lee shouldn't even be able to come here and basically say he had bad service,
Right.
which obviously they didn't know they was giving service to him. So that's why it got exposed, and then people were putting dang near hits out on him and stuff. Him and his family. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah. When
My
he came
Lord.
here and did reviews of the
let me be
restaurants here,
quiet.
number one, I ain't gonna lie, I love a lot of food here. A lot of love Midwest food too. So that's that. So I plead with y'all. Anyway, if you know some places with some really good service, some really good food, or whether it be nail techs or barbers or whatever it is, a Black business, drop it in the chat. The good ones, I want you to shout them out. Whatever city you from right now, please put that in the chat. But I want to know from you guys, do you got anything else, Anthony?
No, we would love to know in the chat below. Do y'all find it difficult to support your own Black businesses, and share some stories as well? What's been your worst experience? We would love to know down below.
This is an Iwegbu production.
Period.
Yes. All right. Black businesses. Hey, go to that chat real quick, baby. Let me know because I can't barely see this. I need some mouse.
Let me see.
Yeah. What's good, y'all? Y'all still rocking with us?
As a top tier Black business owner, there are hurdles to over.
Where we at?
Hold on.
Yeah, because what are okay. I'm trying to start at the top of this. Oh, go.
Oh,
there
you want to
go. No,
read all of them?
You're right. There you go.
As a top tier Black business owner, there are hurdles to overcome because of people's perception. But once you gain a reputation, people will respect you and pay you what you're worth, Black and white people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shout out.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't never really, just off top, just how we present ourselves, how we show up everywhere. We care. Like, we really, 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 really care about people's experience with us. And especially when they're like, when you invest, no matter how small, no matter how big, whatever, you gonna get treated the same, whether you invest whatever. And it's always been a big deal to us to, make sure because the thing is, I think what people forget is that when you want, and this is for everyone that wants to be an entrepreneur, when you decide that you want to be an entrepreneur, you are serving people.
Yeah.
You are not being served. And that's a lot of times the mentality of Black businesses is like, yeah, that's what it is. Yep, it's $45. It's like, I'm coming to support your dream, your vision. I'm investing in you. And in exchange, I'm expecting a service. Yeah. And I think that's sometimes the mindset that we forget is like, no, we're serving people by being entrepreneurs. Yep. Kingdom-based business. Yes, sir. Yeah, always.
Tekeishia the town. What up? Yeah.
White or Black, I look at reviews. Is it where? I don't, because I choose Black businesses with good service. Yeah, I mean, you don't know until you experience it, though. Yeah. I remember back then they used to have Black Wall Street in Oklahoma, and they used to work really hard for their money and also including their businesses. But nowadays you barely see that. Yeah. It's because of the whole influencer mindset. All of, just everybody wants to be a main character. Nobody wants to be humble and just do their thing, what they're called to do. But I don't really struggle no more because I just go where good service is overall. That's it. And I go where I know most of the time too, from food to clothes to, nail tech, all the stuff. I'm just going to go where excellent service is. So
that's what we want.
Okay, y'all, this last segment that we have is the Love Lounge. I'm really excited about this. So I posted this on my story. I posted on the IWEGBU'S and on, do you have our email that you can pop up there? Listen, if y'all want to send scenarios that you are going through in your relationships in your dating season, or maybe just you want to ask a question, you can do it anonymously by emailing us. You can also shoot over a DM, and we would love to this is a free coaching session with the IWEGBU'S. This is what we do basically in real life, first and foremost. But you get to get some advice and some guidance like, hey, this is what I'm dealing with. I want to start dating. Am I prepared to date? What should I do? So today, if you are single, I want you to send this to every single person that you know, because they're going to want to tap into this Love Lounge. You ready to get into it, babe?
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
This is an Iwegbu production.
Period. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Love Lounge. We are super excited about today's question. First and foremost, if you do not know, you can email the Iwegbus your love question. This can be anything from single season to dating to sneaky links to marriage to divorce, whatever question you have, and we will do our best to answer it with rawness. Is that a word? And Bible in Jesus' name. Yeah. Today's question is, what questions do I need to be asking while dating as a believer? And I love this question because first and foremost, it shows that this person is being intentional about dating and they don't want to just go on a bunch of dates. And this is a woman. So I love this question specifically. I think we've done a video similar to this before, but we wanted to really lay down the groundwork because I have been shocked by finding out people being together a year plus, sometimes even married, and they're in sessions with us or in conversation with us, and they're just finding something out that's like, that should have been asked week 6 of y'all dating, you know? And we can all, if we can be honest, a lot of times we're not asking questions because we're not talking. We screwing. So we don't want y'all to be screwing, we want y'all to talk more. We want to cover 6 foundational things that every single believer, if you want to have a kingdom marriage, if you want to thrive in marriage, these are the questions, the pillars, I should say, that you should be paying attention to. So we're going to do 6. You want me to just shoot off the questions and we just add on to it together? Yeah. You want to do that? Yeah. All right, let's start out with the first and foremost, most important question, as you all should know, is asking them about their relationship with God. This is their faith foundation, but not just their relationship with God, their spiritual maturity. Listen, you're here with the Iwegbus, so you might go somewhere else and they'll tell you a different thing. I have not counseled, coached, or witnessed a woman, I'll say a woman that is deep in her walk with the Lord. She's been rocking with him 5, 6, 10 years and dated a new believer, and it has been well for them. I do not recommend you dating someone if you really been in there and he just got saved. It's not a recommendation at all. So when we talk about spiritual maturity, we're asking questions, of course, like, what's your faith? But how long have you been saved? Like, how long have you been really rocking with the Lord? How long have you been knowing him? Within this category, talking about the full gospel, because we all know, I think it says that like 75% of the world are Christians. And it's like, well, what kind? Like, what are we talking about? That don't mean, okay, well, you believe in Jesus, but do you believe in the principles he's called us to implement? Do you believe in the commandments? Do you believe like the full gospel, that he died and he resurrected, he rose on the 3rd day? Do you believe that he's coming again? Do you believe that there's a rapture? Like the depths of that, his involvement, her involvement in church. And I think this is a big part of their relationship with the Lord, because so many wives are alone at church. Man. We're like, where are y'all husbands at? They're a believer, but they don't believe in going to church on a regular basis. They don't think it's important. Have y'all ever heard, I can get God anywhere? You can. But if you are a person, man or woman, and you believe in serving your local church, you believe in being committed to building the kingdom, you believe in tithing, you believe in supporting a vision, if you decide to marry someone that doesn't, prepare for a split home, prepare for division, prepare for Easters and holidays and important things to you being alone. So asking that. And then the last point is like fasting, praying, and worship music. Like all of the small practices. Again, listen, this is a big, big, big thing, babe. Being a believer is not enough. Knowing that someone is a Christian does not make you compatible, because you get around somebody, and I know someone who in worship music annoys their partner. All that yelling and all that crying, like it annoys
that's
them.
Crazy.
So that's
wild.
Yeah. So worship music, fasting. So when I say we're asking questions like, how do you feel about fasting, or casually talking about it? You know, what's so funny, Literally last month I went on a 3-day fast and I was talking to God and here's the revelation and here's what I got. Do you fast? That's something that I do, and just casually throwing it in there. You realize this is someone that doesn't fast. This is someone, where's your church home? I go to Baptist so-and-so. When's the last time you've been there?
That part right there.
Do anybody know you?
Do they know you?
So it's not enough to know that somebody is a believer. You want to make sure, I want to say, if you want to add anything, that it's not enough to be a believer. Spiritual maturity needs to be matching.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be dragging someone. Do you know anything about dragging people?
Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't want to drag you into understanding we're going on a fast, drag you into understanding we're worshiping today, drag you into understanding family prayer. I'm telling y'all, it feels like it's not that deep right now, but when you get into marriage, we are on the other side, and we've counseled couples who are not on the same page in this area.
Yeah. And
it's a wreck.
Yes, it can be tough.
Yeah.
To add in there, babe, is knowing who are their influencers.
Right.
Like who is it that's influencing them?
Yeah.
In things, and it's not.
That's on point.
It's on the point.
Mhm.
Okay, I ain't gonna jump too far.
Yeah.
Let's stick with it. So before we go there, we'll keep it here with it. But I think
the fullness of their walk with the Lord, spiritual maturity.
Mm-hmm. One of the best things I think we found each other doing, and I think a lot of couples should find each other doing, is serving.
Yes.
Serving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that right there, it shows a part of being unselfish, because in marriage, that's what you really have to kill yourself. Your flesh from.
Yes.
Is being selfish, your selfish ways, wanting to do it your way. So you're helping somebody else's vision. You're building that. You're cleaning up, things of that sort. Men, be serving, man. Not just I'm just doing my own thing. If the man is the king of his own hill only, like he looks up to nobody. He is the man. He is that God too much. I would recommend running. Because guess what? That man is probably barely not gonna ever listen. Nobody gonna be stubborn as heck. I'm telling you. But when you find a man that's willing to, he can be as powerful on his own, but he's willing to serve up under a pastor or serve some other vision of another man or anything like that. That right there shows fruits of that man's heart.
Oh yeah.
So I strongly recommend that you find someone again serving and observing them. What are they like? It'd be good to find them in the church. Unfortunately, we're having a problem with that, and we got some thoughts on that. We might bring some friends on here soon that's gonna talk about that. But you should find them in the church, and getting to observe them. We seen each other. I seen her on her face before I really knew who she was.
Yeah.
She seen me doing what I was doing. So I strong all of that. I pretty much second that.
Yeah. So it's the fullness, y'all. As believers, the fullness of their walk. It's not enough for someone to say, yes, I believe in Jesus. It's not enough. Okay. Second is their influences and their inputs. What's feeding their spirit? So questions that you want to ask should be shaped around their voices, the voices that they're hearing, meaning music, podcasts, speakers, influencers. Who do they follow? Because that will tell you a lot. If they say, my favorite pastor is Marcus Rogers, you can kind of know what type of vibe we're going into. If they say, man, I really love Mike Todd, you can start to get some understanding. If they say Tiffany Montgomery, if they say these personalities, you can kind of understand what they're leaning towards, what their beliefs are, because again, this matters because you can get in a relationship with someone and you like, I want to dance to some secular music, some clean secular music, but you got somebody that's Marcus Rogers, addicted, and they're like, no, you're going to hell. It's the demons going to come in. And so you're going to have this rift. You're going to have this gap, right? This is the whole point is it's not enough just to be believers. You need to know if you're compatible in all these areas, because it matters. And it shows you who you're about to marry. So finding out who they follow, finding out the books that they read, you start hearing the type of books, you start hearing the voices that are in their life. You're like, nah, that's a little too, political. That's a little too. Yeah, no, that's giving a little too religious. That's giving a little too. You'll begin to kind of sense the core of who they really are.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when I was in my dating seasons and things of that sort, talking to someone, and I was listening to R&B, and they just like, yeah, I can't do that. That's not for my spirit, and I respected that.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I got you. But I like listening to R&B. I guess if that's too much for you, I'm like, hey, that may, again, it may not be a match. I like to, when I go on a date or something, I'm not going to turn on my Kurt Franklin, my Fred Hammond,
Maverick
or
music,
any of that. No, that's not what's going down. I'm gonna put on this clean version of this Drizzy. Okay, I'm gonna put on this clean version of some other artists.
Who's Drizzy?
Drake.
Oh,
Drake. Y'all don't know Drizzy Drake? Nobody know. Y'all don't know Drizzy Drake?
Baby, you give everybody nicknames.
Everybody got a nickname. You got a nickname. You Coach TK.
Who? That's
her name is Tekeishia Iwegbus, though.
Baby, why
everybody got a nickname.
You want me to tell your name?
Huh? No.
Okay, then.
But
yeah.
But anyway,
nobody calls Drake Drizzy, babe.
Drizzy Drake.
That's crazy. You call Shannon Sharp Uncle Shay Shay.
Yeah, we call him Uncle Shay.
That sounds nuts. Okay,
go
ahead.
But
preachers,
so
is a big part.
Oh yeah,
pastors, the pastors that they
like
follow.
right, especially right now. Okay, the influence part is just so big because, unfortunately, a lot of people are going to be more on social media and watch more sermons than they probably gonna do much reading themselves.
Facts. That's terrible. I mean, that's true though.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, I'm not talking from a place. I was there when I met you. I had a certain influence, somebody that was very much influential.
Yeah, but you wasn't listening more than you were getting it for yourself.
Huh?
You was listening more than you was getting it for yourself.
No, but whatever he said was, was dang near it.
A little idolization.
Yeah, it was a little crossover in that. Hey, I admit that. Hey, listen, anything y'all gonna know about me when y'all come to this channel, hey, listen, you're talking for somebody who actually walked through that fire and got burned. Yeah. I'm trying to make sure you don't go through it. So anyway, so a lot of times you want to know, hey, who you mainly listen to on Sunday? Okay, cool. All right, you like you said, do you go? All those, like, you got to observe those things because we see this be so much of a contention.
Yes, it is.
You know what I'm saying? She over here with, Tiffany, and Tiffany talking like this, and then you wonder, and I said that every woman that listens to Tiffany is like this, but you wonder how she gonna talk like this. She gonna talk like this because that's what she's getting.
Yeah.
You will be like who you up under. You will have some fruits of it. I'm not saying you're gonna be exactly like them.
You're gonna have fruits.
But yeah, you're gonna have some of that rub off on you.
There's, for sure.
We know certain people that go to certain church, you be like, oh, yep,
I definitely
know you go there.
Listen, somebody said that about us. Like, that make a lot of sense why y'all go to that church. Yep. It was like, is that shade?
Yeah. No, they was like, we could see it. It aligns. Some of it is like when you're up under, that's why you gotta be careful with church or whatever, pastor, whatever, because you're gonna have some of that likeness. Because you think about it, you're up under them at least once a week.
Yeah.
You listen to them. You listen to them probably more than you listen to anything else.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my take on that part.
Yeah. Be mindful of who they're listening to or who they're not listening to. They ain't listening to nobody. And their music. The music does matter for sure.
You don't listen to no gospel?
Yeah, you don't listen to no gospel.
You don't listen, hold on. This is what I don't be getting. Like if a person, you're Christian, baby, it was nothing there. I promise you that wasn't. He do this every time. There's nothing there for
now he thinks he doesn't produce boogers.
I don't. Actually. I don't.
You don't think your nose produces boogers?
Probably like a gray hair.
You don't think you ever have produced a booger?
I think I do, but I didn't in that circumstance, and I don't typically. You just
how do you
always
know
in
you
my
don't
nose,
have a
like,
booger? That's crazy.
What's going on there?
That's crazy. You better be happy I'll be looking in your nose.
Thank you, baby. But no, if you like hip hop, how you don't listen to no Christian hip hop? Like, I understand back in the day when, we were younger, trash. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It was just like, no, I ain't listening to that. It just was corny or whatever. I'm talking about, you got KB, you got Andy Mineo, you got Lecrae, you got TK Lee, you got, what I'm saying? You got all these people who got better music than in the world.
For sure.
You listen to hip hop when you leave church.
Crazy.
Meg and every Glorilla, who all these people is, I don't know, baby. Come on now.
You know it ain't no Glorilla.
It's a Glorilla, Lottos, who are
Name a man. Stop trying to name women.
I don't know who the people.
Drake, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar. Y'all
Lil
love
Baby.
him. Y'all worship him for the whole summer. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
So I mean, or whatever he dropped that disc. But yeah,
It's
so I'm just
probably
saying, you don't
minor.
listen. You telling me no, you like hip hop, but you don't listen to no CHA.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I get upset about it
Mhm.
personally because it's a lot of good people with great music, and they got to go work regular jobs.
Yeah, for sure.
When your favorite artist that's
Trash.
preaching a bunch of trash out there,
Yeah.
sending basically giving you every key you need to go to hell. Okay, you are listening to them, which is putting revenue money into them. Where if we was over here listening to people who are trying to make sure that your soul prospers,
Yeah.
they could actually do this even more,
For
and it
sure.
could build, and it could be better, and all those things. So
Yeah.
yeah, most of the Christian artists, they like part-time artists, and then they work at Target. You understand? But they fire. You understand? So anyway, I'm just like, that just don't match up.
Now
I don't even know how I got on that tangent, but it's like, what are y'all listening to? What you gotta watch it? What's going on in these gates? What are they watching? What do you like watching when you get home? Like asking those questions. I'm not jumping ahead of you on this, Emma. Because it's like, what are you asking her? What do you like watching?
Yes.
She watching too many wives clubs and too many desperate wives of Northampton and all these other, I don't know. They just be having, it's like, how many wives clubs is there, or desperate housewives are there, or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm just saying,
Reality shows.
Yeah. I'm
Love and
telling
hip-hop,
you, it's going in the gate.
daddies,
It's
all that.
going here, and then it comes out in a certain way.
It does.
You understand?
It does.
Like, so it's
Plays a big part.
Yeah, you have to watch those things. And be
Okay,
asking
the
those
fourth
questions.
one, y'all. Fourth foundation: family patterns and legacy awareness. This is all about the history of their family. We're talking mother and father relationship. Is he or she close to their mom and dad? Why or why not? We're talking about all the way. I mean, that I can stay right there. That is going to give you insight on the type of person that you're going to be dealing with. If they have mother wounds, daddy issues, it's just certain things that you got to prepare for. And so if you came from an extremely healthy, happy family that is whole, and you're dating someone who high key hates their parents, okay, we know that happy family that you wanted to see everybody combined on Christmas is not going to happen. Like, so we got to prepare for that. We got to prepare for the resentment. We got to prepare for the sadness, of just how families are. So you want to know about their mother and father relationship. You want to know about their siblings relationships, where they touched by their siblings, where like what happened with the first friend that they had, which was their siblings, because that'll tell you a lot about how their friendships will go moving forward. What's in their bloodline, even as far as, diseases and cancers that run in their bloodline. We're also talking cycles and habits and patterns as well. Everybody gets a divorce. Everybody get high blood pressure. Everybody don't got money. Like, you want to look at these things, and the last thing I want to make with this is you want to get around their family. And I think so many people wait to get around their family when they get engaged. And the unfortunate part, especially about women, I'm telling y'all, it don't matter how many red flags pop up. Once a woman gets a ring, she's marrying the man.
For sure.
Don't matter what pops up.
1,000%.
He can cheat. He could come out to be gay. He can have scammed. He could have been anything. They're going to marry that man. It's so
9.8 times
99.9. I don't care what comes up.
Yeah.
If she got a ring and she announced it, she's marrying him.
Yeah.
So before you get that ring, you want to get around that family. Pay attention to how her mama talk to them. Dang, y'all kind of talk crazy to one another. Oh, that might be how they're gonna talk to you. They used to yelling at each other.
Mhm.
They used to disrespecting one another. They used to joning on one another. There's no real love in this family like that. They're all competitive. They're all you want to get around that family while you're dating. It's okay to, that's why you got to keep it lighthearted and not be intimate. Go to the barbecue. Say, this my friend. Y'all still friends. I just want to see your family. I want to see what's up, because I'm telling you, that family stuff, when you start raising kids and you get mother-in-laws involved and father-in-laws, and that's my grandchild, and no, I want them like this, and why y'all not raising them like that? People have input. People have so many things to say, and families have absolutely been a cause of a lot of division in marriage, because you love your family, but if they're a wreck, so can your marriage. And so I think this is casual conversations. You don't ever really got to have too many conversations. You can really just get around their family and see how people are moving and ask them, like, your mama is so cool. Has she always been, y'all been in here? Man, my mama, you'll just begin to hear, oh, you don't like your mom. Oh, you don't like your dad. Oh, you're not close to them. Oh, you're not. And then you'll be able to really have a better scope on who you're about to deal with. It's about discernment.
You know, I think that this is number one on everything on a scale. If you want to know, because here's the thing, you're going to deal with some type of baggage. Right. Okay. No one came through childhood unscathed. Is good as their parent was, maybe gave them everything, whatever, they missed something. You just, because there's no perfect person. No one is raising up any perfect person as well. Okay. So you just got to know, okay, what baggage can I handle? Because when I'm doing this is for life, forever. Baby. Forever. Sandlot.
You don't know what
they do. It's a movie.
So, you always acting this stuff out. I don't be getting it. Y'all ever we welcome in all colors, but black people, y'all ever been around white people and you like, I don't get that joke at all? That's how I am with Namdi.
Right, I'm like, now, I want y'all to drop a one in the chat if you know what movie that's.
I'll just be lost. Please. Every joke that you drop, one if I don't be getting it. I don't know the characters. I don't know the music. I don't know the people.
Back to the main point, which is like, this is forever. So you got to know, hey, is this what I can deal with? Yeah. You know, thank God when I met her, I was like, I knew what I could and I could not deal with. It's we always say it. We not gonna make it like it's our champion, our own thing, but we've taken it on and we've helped other people with it. Dr. Vernon always said, you don't marry potential, you marry reality. That's big facts. I'm telling you, one of the biggest ways to see is through the family, their relationship with their mom and their dad and all of that. I'm telling you, after I talk, in again, nothing against, I always say this. I'm not saying women who have issues with their dads are not great women. There's some very phenomenal women who do, and they're great women. It's just that I've met a lot who, and I've got a lot of homies who unfortunately had kids with ones who just did not have great relations with their fathers. And dude, it was so much just like of a fight. So much fire. It's almost like he's taking the brunt for what the dad didn't do. And so I had, for me in my singleness, I had to say, okay, this is my non-negotiable. So first thing I asked her, how is it with your daddy? Oh, I love my daddy. Oh, you're so good. You're faithful, Lord. I was just like, I was just so happy. And then her mom, they connected at the hip, basically. I mean, her mom was with her when she rapping videos and all that. So that's big, you know.
What made you bring up that memory? That's odd. Rapping videos.
Yeah, your mom just used to be there with you.
Baby, this is not your time to joke.
What are you talking about?
You about to start joking on videos.
No, what are you talking about?
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I was just like, what made you talk about her in my rapping videos?
So she used to be there with you and used to be freestyling it or playing the guitar or something all the time.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you were stalking me on social media before we got together. Because why do you know like that for you?
We are not doing this. Right,
this is for everybody that's been here forever. This man has always made it seem like I was chasing him. Namdi was stalking me.
Man. So anyway,
go ahead.
Overall, just check that family tree as much as you can.
Yeah.
I think before you get going. So,
Okay, good. Yes, y'all. Family. Gotta know them.
yeah.
Okay, fifth one: purity, boundaries, and God honoring intimacy. We're gonna push past these just a little quicker because but purity, boundaries, and God honoring intimacy.
Mhm.
Intimacy conversation have to happen, plural. We're talking about their beliefs about intimacy before marriage. You know how many believers that don't care about being intimate before marriage? You want to know that. You talking even about, have they ever had a purity season, or have they been, dogging people down since they've been stepping heavy on this earth? Like, you want to know, have you ever had a moment of pausing and honoring your body? Conversations around boundaries. How do you feel about spending the night and being over here late night, right? You want to have somebody hearing that. Like, I don't think nothing wrong with spending night. You already know he's smashing, she's smashing. Like, you shouldn't be over there late night. Definitely should not be spending the night together. But hearing, do they actually have boundaries around intimacy? Do they believe in like having those conversations even within marriage?
Yeah.
What do you expect? So, like, what are some things that you like? And this conversation is like, we're dating. We're really talking about getting married. So it's hard to talk about it without getting turned on and wanting to do things, but you want to talk about fantasies, because a lot of people get married and they're like, oh shoot, I did not know you wanted that. Like, what the heck? I didn't know about that. So you want to know, how freaky are they? How kinky are they? What do they really
meet
desire?
your level in that?
Do they actually meet your level? Or are they on the drier side? And you like, I'm trying to do it twice a day. They like, once a month is cool for me. So you want to be mindful. You want to know about even trauma around this area. Have they ever been touched? We were talking about porn addictions, all of the things. Are they touching themselves all the time? Because a lot of people be abstinent, but they be touching themselves. They never stopped having climaxes. And so you want to ask about that, because that will tell you a lot about a person. That tells you that they have no self-control. That tells you that they don't believe in consequences. That tells you they don't really believe in the word or convictions. Like, it's one thing to slip up and know you're slipping up. It's another thing to be like, I don't think nothing wrong with this. That tells you a lot. Who you're about to deal with. So you want to have these type of conversations: purity, boundaries, and God honoring intimacy. Anything you want to add, baby?
Last thing I'll just add to that is, out of all these things, I second everything that she just said there. But I want you guys to know that, because you see so many of these relationship podcasts and all these clips and all these things, everybody's telling you what to do. And I see people staying single for way too long because they trying to get it perfect.
Right.
You will not get it perfect.
Yeah.
Something will slip through the cracks.
Message.
Something. I'm not saying like, not maybe the big stuff, but some little things that you didn't know was going to be a pet peeve or something. There's some things my wife found out that I do, she probably didn't annoys her, and the same, and vice versa, or whatever but it's not the big stuff.
Right.
So I'm just saying, like, you could hear all of these things and you still could miss it a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good point, babe.
So because you're dealing with a human with flaws, and then you could think somebody off of 6 months to a year to 2 years. Man, I heard people who've been together for like 4 or 5 years and then got married, and then they're finding out even more stuff about their spouse.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. When you're stepping into marriage, something divine, something that honors God, you are stepping into spiritual warfare. It's going down. You just stepped on the field. You better be ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Because you could have been shacking before and all of that, and it was straight as soon as you got married. Here you come. And then you're trying to honor God. Like, now, if y'all trying to do devilish stuff, that's a whole nother thing.
Right.
But if you're trying to honor God, the enemy's gonna be on your neck. So just know you won't get it perfect. But write your non-negotiables. Make sure you line up with these things that we said as much as you possibly can, and you should have success in this area.
Yes, baby. That's a really good point, y'all. We only have one more left, but that was a really,
we did have one more. I was waiting till the end.
Yeah, no, that we have one more left.
Okay.
It's 6. And we'll just quickly go over this, which is where we at. Oh, marriage and covenant commitment. You want to know what they feel about the covenant. Do they believe in getting divorced over anything, prenups, just the commitment in general, having full thorough conversations around marriage. How long do you think it takes before you can know somebody? Are you a serial single person that ain't really even trying to get married? You just kind of enjoying dating around. Like, you want to have conversations with people that are taking marriage seriously. And I just want to back up what you said, babe. For every single person, I keep taking these off, y'all, because I feel like y'all can't see me. But to every single person that's watching this, we want to encourage you because, you know, I get into these rooms with single women and Namdi with single men, and my heart goes out to y'all because specifically to women, because I don't know if men, I don't think women do what I'm about to say. I think it's more men, but there are a lot of believers who are extremely comfortable with being single, and there's no urgency, men, for them to get married. And I want to encourage every single woman, that man is not for you. Like, you, who is for you is not going to be somebody that is just loving being single and kind of smashing on the low, or maybe playing with himself on the low, like watching corn on the low. That is not your man. So for every woman that's watching this, I just want to encourage you, who God has assigned for you, he is for you. Now, what I do know, the issues are a few of them for single women, is they are looking for perfection. They are looking for 6 foot this, and 8 inches, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that, and all the just perfect, nothing wrong. He love his mama, his daddy, he rich, he like, it's just like this perfect man, and he don't exist, woman of God. But who does exist is a kingdom man that will just come into your life and make it better, make you better. He will challenge you. He will be flawed. But yeah, I just want to encourage those two things. Men, y'all got to stop watching corn and playing with yourselves, because that's why y'all so comfortable with being single. And women, you got to be realistic about your standards. And we're not talking about lowering them. We're not talking about, is this someone on me? We're not talking about just like accept anyone. No, make sure he's a man of God. Make sure he's locked in. It's them looks that be getting y'all caught up. I'm being honest. Women, I done talked to women, they like, TK, I ain't gonna lie. He gotta be one of them. Like, he gotta be extra on every level. So that's it. We want to encourage y'all, have these conversations, stay out of bedrooms, stay out of homes. There's no need to be in each other's apartments, in each other's homes. Meet at them restaurants, meet at the coffee shops, meet at the parks. Ask these questions so you don't join the chaos in all of these chaotic marriages that are ending in divorce. We want the best for you. We pray this has helped you. Drop down in the comments down below, which one was your favorite point? Which one will you implement in your dating season? We would love to know.
This is an Iwegbu production.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Let's see. All right. Tell me which one to go to, baby.
How y'all doing in the chat?
What up? What up? Let's see. Ooh, okay. Where we at? Okay, that's no, okay. Oh, dear singles. Okay.
Barry.
Tell me.
I'm just about to post and ask the pastors why they promote gospel artists outside of their church family more than the ones they pour into every Sunday.
I don't know. Have you seen?
Yeah, I've experienced that. I was in a church
Really?
that, yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember the movie Sandlot.
Yep. Thank you for the ones. Not leave me alone.
What is ones for?
For the movie. Sandlot, like, yeah, forever. That's where it came from.
Okay. I'm a virgin in my 20s and still waiting on my husband. Praise God.
Come on, hold on.
That is big, girl. Or is this a girl? Yeah, husband. Okay. All of them are on point. We're so happy that y'all are here, y'all. This was another fire episode. We every single week try our best to do a love lounge, because we know that these are the questions that y'all actually want answered. So again, if y'all want to enter any of your relationship questions, y'all make sure y'all email us, or y'all can DM us. Y'all can DM me, Namdi, or the Iwegbus, preferably the Iwegbus.
Yes.
And email us as well. We want the best for y'all. And I think because we are sincerely enjoying marriage so much, and we're so overwhelmed by how God has graced us with one another, how he has literally perfected every flaw that I have meets his, and just the exchange of energy and the exchange of power and strength. And because of marriage, it has absolutely made us better sons and daughters of God. We want that for y'all.
For sure.
But we also want to be real, right?
Yeah.
We want to be real about the options. We want to be real about standards and preferences and all of that. And so I just feel like I should say again, like, women, we gotta be real about the type of man. And men, I just really want to encourage the men to stop watching corn and playing with themselves.
Stop watching corn. Stop picking chicks from the club and all outside of church, man. I'm telling you, you got enough in the churches that are waiting on you. That had a past,
You're right,
a little bit,
yeah.
or they been with the Lord a long time, but they ain't like corny. They like, hey, when we go on a date, we don't have to play all gospel music. Like, they cool. My wife grew up in the church, and yes, she, got a testimony, really small one there of a testimony, but she had lived a little bit to where we was okay, you my type of spice, and I like it. And so it's somebody your type of spice that you don't have to get them from the club. You don't have to look outside, brothers. Yes, so like she said, get off that corn. Some of y'all that being I'm like, how you be like single for a decade and abstinent for over a decade? I mean, I know you can, maybe without doing something to yourself. I don't know. Yeah, y'all just stronger than me. Hats off to whoever you are. But I knew I needed to get married because I was bound to fall into sin.
Right.
And
like most
he
people.
said it's not good. Like God said, it's not good for men to be alone.
Yeah.
So go get you a partner, man, a life partner, someone to be there. So
yeah.
Remember,
y'all. I'm sorry, babe. Just remember, y'all, it's not just about being a believer. It's about spiritual maturity, being compatible.
For sure.
It's a big part.
Big part. Before we go, babe, let them know about what you got going on, this Soft Girl Challenge, and the Ladies of Light.
Yes, we have a Soft Girl Reset Challenge going on right now until the end of May. I've already created the next 2 months, y'all. It's just going to be some really juicy content. I have been in a very get back to the basics. Just God pulling me back to why he created women and how we are supposed to operate as women of God. I remember being so angry. I remember being in my masculine energy, and I use that frame because that's what y'all understand as the culture. But really what it is a wounded feminine woman. So a woman that hasn't taken the time to understand why she is the way that I remember being in that place. And I remember God taking me on this journey of gaining my femininity back, gaining my softness back, gaining my ability, because it was already there. God created us this way, but things happen that harden us. And we think that this masculine energy is protecting us, but it's actually keeping everything away that we actually truly need and want. And so this is what the Soft Girl Reset Challenge is. It's really tapping in with yourself, man. The girls are crying on the first homework. They're like, I lit my candle and I just sat with myself. And oh my gosh, I didn't even know all of this was happening within me. So many women just walk around wounded. And listen, if you are a man watching this and you know your wife a little on the hard side, tell her to tap in with Ladies of Light. Join my community. It is a bunch of women just like her that are desiring to tap back in to her femininity and her sensuality. One of these days, I'm going to come out with something that I'm working on as far as sensuality, but I'm testing the Christian ground. I've been sprinkling it out there, but we definitely tapping into some things because a lot of women, they're just not connected. They're not connected with themselves. So I would love for y'all to join us. If you want to, y'all can hit the link in the DM in the description box. DM me, talk to me. And I would love to have you a part of it. Yeah,
it's a dope community. I've just seen women have so many great testimonies out of it.
Yeah.
So I like what's on her. I need her as a coach. I'm telling you, it's where you want to be at. Make sure you join Ladies of Light. It's in the description box below. But hey, that is our time.
It. We love y'all.
We're so grateful for each and every one that has rocked with us all the way to the very end. Ladies of Light is saying what's up right now.
Hey, y'all.
In the chat and everything. But grateful for y'all.
So grateful.
Hey, share this with someone.
Yeah.
If anything in here bless you, share it with someone, man. We got to push kingdom content.
Yes.
Let's do that. Press the like button, share it, all of that. And until next time, we will see y'all. Peace.
Bye, y'all.
This is an Iwegbu production.
Period.
Hey, thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you could do us a huge favor, please hit that like button and please subscribe.
Yes, and please do not forget to hit that notification bell. We need y'all to be locked in every single time we drop this fire content.
Yes.
Also, we need y'all to follow us on all social media platforms at the Iwegbus. And look, we will see y'all on the next video.